Three women are talking about their make-love lives. One says, I call my husband a dentist because nobody can drill like he does. The next says, well, I call my husband Niner because he has an incredible shaft. The third sides and says, I call mine the postman. Why, the postman asks one of them. The woman replies, because he always delivers late and half the time it's in the wrong box. The blonde goes into a nearby store and asks a clerk if she can buy the TV in the corner. The clerk looks at her and says that he doesn't serve blondes, so she goes back home and dyes her hair black. The next day she returns to the store and asks the same thing. And again, the clerk said he doesn't serve blondes. Frustrated, the blonde goes home and dyes her hair yet again to a shade of red. Sure that a clerk would sell her the TV this time, she returns and asks a different clerk this time. To her astonishment, this clerk also says that she doesn't serve blondes. The blonde asks the clerk, how in the world do you know I am a blonde? The clerk looks at her disgustedly and says, that's not a TV, it's a microwave. A 75-year-old man was walking by and suddenly he hears a voice. Stop, there is a brick going to fall on your head. The man stops and the brick drops in front of him. After a short walk, the man was again alerted by the voice. Stop, don't cross the road. There's a speeding car about to hit you. The man cautiously waits and crosses safely. He then turns back and thanks the voice behind and asks, who is that? The voice responds, I am the guardian angel sent by God to save you from danger. The man politely asks, where were you when I was about to get married? One evening, Side and I were sitting in a Chinese restaurant. Side asked all, are there any Jews in China? I don't know, Sid replied. Why don't we ask the waiter? When the waiter came by, I said, are there any Chinese Jews? I don't know, sir, let me ask. The waiter replied, and he went into the kitchen. He quickly returned and said, no, sir, no Chinese Jews. Are you sure? I'll ask. I will check again, sir. The waiter replied and went back to the kitchen. While he was still gone, Sad said, I cannot believe there are no Jews in China. Our people are scattered everywhere. When the waiter returned, he said, sir, no Chinese Jews. Are you really sure? I asked again. I cannot believe there are no Chinese Jews, sir. I ask everyone. The waiter replied, exasperated. We have orange Jews, prune Jews, tomato Jews, and grape Jews, but no one ever heard Chinese Jews. Young blonde woman went to her doctor complaining of pain. Where are you hurting? Asked the doctor. You have to help me? I hurt all over, said the blonde. What do you mean all over? Asked the doctor. Be a little more specific. The blonde touched her right knee with her index finger and yelled, oh, that hurts. Then she touched her left cheek and again yelled, ouch, that hurts too. Then she touched her right earlobe. Yeah, even that hurts, she cried. The doctor checked her thoughtfully for a moment and told her his diagnosis, you have a broken finger. Two young lovers go up to the mountains for a romantic winter vacation. When they get to the cabin, the guy goes out to chop some wood to start the fireplace. When he gets back, he says, honey, my hands are freezing. To that she replies, well, come here and I'll warm them between my legs. He goes out a couple more times and does the same thing. After dinner, he goes out one more time to chop wood for the night. When he returns, he again says, honey, my hands are really freezing. She looks at him and says, for crying out loud, don't your ears ever get cold? An American traveling to Japan for business found himself with 2 extra days after business concluded earlier than expected. Being single and away from home for so long, he sought after female company, which he found at a Jishay house. After selecting his partner, they proceeded to the room and undressed. As soon as the love session began, his female partner started softly whispering Yakamoto, Yakamoto, not knowing any of the language. He believed this was good and that she was enjoying the session as much as he was. He proceeded to move faster now, and the woman said with a firmer tone, Yakamoto, Yakamoto, Yakamoto. He was beside himself now, spurred by the enthusiasm of his female partner, and proceeded to imitate a rabbit he had seen on the Discovery Channel. She now screamed deep from her lungs, Yakamoto, Yakamoto, Yakamoto. As he finished, he found that she had fainted, so he collected his things and left. Next day, he found himself playing golf with one of his Japanese clients. It was a par 3, approximately 173 yards, when his Japanese playing partner struck the ball, which took flight, landed on the green, and then rolled gently into the hole. Struck with excitement and at a loss for words, the American stated Yakamoto. The Japanese gentleman looked at him strangely and stated, what do you mean wrong hole? The stranger drove his car into a ditch in a desolated area. Luckily, a local farmer came to help with his big, strong horse named Buddy. He hitched Buddy up to the car and yelled, pull, Nelly, pull. Buddy didn't move. Then the farmer hollered, pull, Buster, pull. Buddy didn't respond. Once more the farmer commanded, pull, Coco, pull, nothing. Then the farmer nonchalantly said, pull, buddy, pull, and the horse easily dragged the car out of the ditch. The motorist was most appreciative and very curious. He asked the farmer why he called his horse by the wrong name 3 times. Well, Buddy is blind, and if he thought he was the only one pulling, he wouldn't even try. There were 3 women stranded on an island, a brunette, a redhead, and a blonde. The brunette looked over the waters of the mainland and estimated that it was about 20 miles ashore. So she announced, I'm going to try to swim to shore. She swam out 5 miles and got really tired. She swam out 10 miles from the island. It was too tired to go on, so she drowned. The redhead said to herself, I wonder if she made it. I guess it's better to try to get to the mainland than stay here and starve. She attempts to swim out. The redhead had a lot more endurance than the brunette. She swam out 10 miles before she even got tired. After 15 miles, she was too tired to go on, so she drowned. The blonde thought to herself, I wonder if they made it. I think I better try to make it too. She swam out 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles from the island. The shore was just inside, just 100 yards ago, but she said, I'm too tired to go home, so she swam back. A ballerina goes to the doctor. Doc, I'm having terrible trouble with the most awful wind. Every time I pirouette, I fart. She cries. Says the doctor, I'd like to see that if possible, the ballerina get up, pirouettes, and farts loudly. That's amazing. Do it again. Again, a pirouette is accompanied by a loud fart. Says the doctor, I think I may be able to help. He bends down and picks up a long pole with a curious hook on the end. The ballerina jumps back in alarm. What are you going to do with that? The doctor replies, open the window. It stinks in here. The guy named Ted comes home blackout drunk, as he does most nights, with his eyes barely open. He misses his friend Carl in bed with his wife. He lies down and instantly passes out. Carl panics and tries to run, but the wife stops him and whispers, don't go. This moron is so drunk, you won't even feel me plucking a hair on his bum. The wife does exactly that, and the husband doesn't move. Carl, now reassured, proceeds with the job. Half an hour later, Ted moves a bit, and Carl is just about to freak out. The wife stops him and plucks another hair from his bum. Another hour later, Carl is still going at it. After a while, just to be sure, he plucks another hair from Ted's bum. Ted then moves around to bed and mumbles, look, man, I don't mind you love making my wife, but do you really need to keep score in my bum? An atheist was spending a quiet day fishing when suddenly his boat was attacked by the Loch Ness Monster. In one easy flip, the beast tossed him and his boat high into the air. Then it opened its mouth to swallow both. As the man sailed head over heels, he cried out, oh my God, help me! At once, the ferocious attack scene froze in place, and as the atheist hung in midair, a booming voice came down from the clouds. I thought you didn't believe in me. Oh, come on, God, give me a break. The man pleaded. 2 minutes ago, I didn't believe in the Loch Ness Monster either.